base in Europe. He flew right through the Iron Curtain into Russia and landed in Red Square, Moscow. How long do you think he spent in a Soviet prison? Coming up. Greetings, fellow simmer, and welcome to the Reaction Review for more crazy 4K eye candy gripper sim crazy madness. Today we are in Russia. Today's Russia, and we're in Moscow, or Moscow, no less. Moscow, Moskva. I don't know how you pronounce it in Russian, but look, we're in Moscow. You know what I mean. Why am I in Moscow? Well, we're in Moscow because it's relevant, really, and you probably guess what's going to happen. What's going to happen is I'm going to start up this puppy. And we're going to take Matthias's approach into Red Square and see how he did it, and maybe ask him some questions and let him talk a little bit about his crazy, mad, lunatic story. So yeah, let's hop in and get this puppy started. Okay, so let's just get some fuel on very quickly. Just flicky, switchy. That's the fuel down there. If I can get it right. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. And mixture is rich. Put on the master switch in the avionics and 10 flaps and start her up. Okay, so we're just going to taxi off. Nice airport. It is an add-on. I'm not going to talk about the add-on yet because I'm not particularly happy with it. I might do a quick review. It's not the worst in the world, but it's... Yeah, look, I'll get back to that later. Okay, let's take off. And let's take off and have the views of Moscow Airport. Okay, so we got full power. And it takes a while. This is the standard Cessna 172 that comes with Microsoft, and it's without the Grumman 1000. Well, we're trying to, we're trying to go early 80s style here. They don't have any. Up we go. Good. Very, very nice. Very beautiful. And yeah, we're in Moscow. Let's have a look at this airport as we fly off towards Moscow and get some views in. Get some gripper sim eye candy in, perhaps, somehow. Oh, well, I suppose you're going to ask, so I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I got this from the Microsoft Flight Simulator store, the scenery from Moscow. Not particularly impressed with... Those of you who are experienced simmers will know what I'm talking about. But we're not going to look at the scenery today. I'm going to have a look at that at another day. But today we're going to talk about Matthias. And Matthias was obviously... how did he drum that up? I mean, would you have done it in the Cold War? Now, the Cold War was a very dangerous time. Ooh, I like the... I do like the terminal there, but the Cold War, I'm telling you, if you don't remember, if you didn't study it in history, which you should have, that was a wall, not only the Berlin Wall, but it was called the Iron Curtain. Missiles, oh, that looks very nice. It must be the new financial district. Well, more modern, isn't it? It's not like I was in Russia in 1987, believe it or not. Or was it 1986? Anyway, it was before he landed in Moscow. I was disappointed I missed it. Anyway, it wasn't. There's Moscow State University. I think we went in there as well. You're probably asking what I was doing in Moscow. I'm afraid I cannot tell you that. I'm still under some things I can't tell you about Moscow. Here we are. We're approaching into... I'm going to have a look first, just like Matthias did. He had a look here and he's flying along and he went over the bridge here. And there was lots of people, because he flew around a few times, and there was lots of people where he was going to land, which is just dead ahead, and he couldn't land. So he said to himself, okay, I don't want to hurt anyone. He didn't want to hurt anyone. He was close to hurting himself, I think, But yeah, he said, oh, I do go around. I think he went to the right, though, of the... it's not exactly the same path, I don't think. But look, let's not analyse things too much. He landed in Red Square, for God's sake, during the Cold War. Matthias, what were you thinking?
Also ich war total zerrissen. Ich hatte große Angst und auf der anderen Seite war ich auch davon überzeugt, das Richtige zu tun. Mir war klar, wenn ich jetzt nicht die Entscheidung treffen würde, nach Moskau zu fliegen, ich würde nie wieder so eine Gelegenheit bekommen.
Oh, some of you don't believe me, do you? You don't believe that this actually happened, perhaps. But let's find out. We're going to find out now shortly because I'm going to show you the rest of that video. Yeah, interesting. We're making our approach now and we're going to land on the bridge like Matthias did. Matthias landed on the bridge and then taxied actually into Red Square. He didn't actually land in Red Square in its totality, if that makes any sense. So I don't know how you avoided all the traffic. So I'm slowing down here. I've got all the flaps down and it's looking fine. But, how did he didn't talk about the cars in the video that's coming up now shortly. I'm going to show you the rest of that. It's only fair that I show you the whole clip. But there's cars on that bridge all the time, surely. Maybe it was really, really early in the morning. Now, I don't know if those lines, crash. I don't know if those lines and those poles were there. Now, if they were, I'm sure they weren't. He wouldn't land. Maybe it was a different bridge. But it had to be this one, because this is on, an approach. Anyway. Oh, God almighty, there's cars everywhere. I just missed that blue van. Post-edit, those poles and wires were actually removed from maintenance the day before our friend here did his flight and landed on the bridge and into Red Square. Now, I did a bit of research in Wikipedia, and unfortunately, our friend is not anyway a hero whatsoever. He's a lunatic, psychologically unstable, not very well at all. Not one to be socialising with. Let us just say that and leave it there. So that all makes sense as to why our friend landed during the Cold War over across the border into Russia, which was highly guarded by jets and missiles, into Red Square. Loony. Isn't Moscow absolutely stunning at night time? Let's have a look at that footage of Matthias' interview and how long did he spend in a Soviet prison?
Vom Militärflugzeug angeflogen wurde, von der MiG-23. Das war der Moment, wo richtig mein Herz so in die Hose rutschte und ich Panik fast bekam. Dachte, oh Gott, jetzt ist mein letztes Stündchen geschlagen. Dann habe ich da gesessen und 4-5 Minuten vergingen und nichts passierte. Das Flugzeug war einfach wieder verschwunden. Und da wusste ich in diesem Moment, ich soll weiterfliegen.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? Airplane landing right by Santa Sofia. I don't know who's in it, but...
And there you have it. Someone actually landed in Red Square in Moscow in real life. Back to normal programming next Friday in the Reaction Review. I hope to see you all on my Twitch stream on Sunday. You're all very welcome. We'll be twitching from 9 o'clock this time, Irish time. And I'll see you next time in the Reaction Review.